Hey everybody, this is Sage Josh, and this is my second set of videos that are a walkthrough and commentary of Majora's Mask. What I usually do is I play the game for about an hour, and then break that hour down into bits and pieces that I can upload onto YouTube. The majority of the first episode is probably going to consist of me just trying to gather money and show you the side mission, like the mini games, and getting lag. Um, so instead of actually commentating on the video itself, I'm going to talk about a email I got saying that I wasn't a big Zelda fan because I didn't like Majora's Mask. If you don't want to hear my opinion on Legends of Zelda games, which would be kind of silly because you're watching this, but you can just skip to the next video. However, the thing is, I like Wind Waker. It's a pretty good game and I'm playing through it right now. I just don't enjoy it as much as Ocarina or Majora because of that. Both of them are very unique, and Wind Waker just throws a bunch of gimmicky shit into it. What I mean by uniqueness is that in Ocarina of Time, you start off as a kid in a very innocent-looking world, and you fight monsters that resemble Pokemon half the time. But then something crazy happens, like you fall down a hole or you go into a grave, and you come face to face with a zombie that goes "Wah!" at you, and it's a huge shift. And then when you become adult Link, the tone of the game shifts from very lighthearted and whimsical to very dark with creepy monsters just from a 5-minute cutscene of you picking up the Master Sword. Majora's Mask is also very unique. It's very disturbing at times, and I doubt that any other Legends of Zelda games could have had a haunted cartridge story written about it. However, it can also be very charming at some points with the mini-games and all the different kooky characters that you meet. I'll continue talking about that in a second. However, right now I'm doing the, I think it's called Treasure Chest Store. Treasure Chest minigame. You have to do like a puzzle. You find your way around an invisible maze to get to the treasure chest. I highly recommend not doing this if you want to make money, at least not as a Deku. A lot of mini games, I sped it up. A lot of mini games are kind of racist against different things like Deku and Zora, because and they won't give you heart pieces if you complete them, and they won't give you money sometimes. Like right now, I got some fucking Deku nuts for competing in a game. Deku nuts is definitely not what I need, thanks. Now back to the Wind Waker discussion. I'd have to say that Wind Waker has no personality of its own. It's very charismatic, I would say, for a video game, just from the fact that it's very charming, and you meet a lot of quirky characters, like the battleship minigame guy, who whenever you miss a cannonball goes kasploosh. However, it doesn't have its own personality. It rips right off of Ocarina's kid stage, and it has a very anime Japanese art style that's used in many, many other games. Wind Waker also has some of the least fun moments in Zelda video games in it. For example, in one part of the storyline, you have to sail around and search for broken pieces of the Triforce. That's mandatory. And it takes like a half an hour with shortcuts. That's fucking long. Also, Wind Waker has a bunch of really tedious mini-games, like completing a trade route where you sail around for fucking ever, or some of the Tingle side quests where you sail around for fucking ever times 2. This is all sort of a big letdown in the fact that Wind Waker probably could have been an equal to Ocarina of Time if they didn't have so much tedious crap in it. But anyway, that's enough about my nerd rambling. That's why I like Ocarina more than Wind Waker. Deal with it. Also, I'd like to say, before I go beat up Majora Face, that you're going to want to get as much money as you possibly can for the time you have remaining. I personally suck ass at the Deku Scrub Playground minigame, which is probably where you would get the most amount of money. Instead, I went to the observatory and smashed those two pots that have 10, 10 rupees in them. Uh, then you go back upstairs, go outside, go back inside, repeat. That pretty much gave me the most amount of money, and I got a 200 rupee bag, the adult-sized wallet. You also want to, of course, store all of your money inside the bank before you go back in time, because you lose all your trade like crappy little items like the Deku nuts, which I got from the crappy ass treasure chest game. Fuck you, treasure chest game. But yeah, you also lose rupees as well. Uh, if you get 200, you get an adult-sized wallet. I know you get something for 500. God only knows what that is. Might be the giant wallet. But you also want to be on that platform that I was just on that got the heart piece before midnight. Well, not before midnight, because you have about 5 more hours after midnight to go up and punch Deku face in the or Majora face. Right, I actually fast forward a few parts here, so you don't have to wait for me to, stand around. I actually just kind of sat back and ate chips here. And that's a big old mean moon. And it's almost midnight. It's almost midnight. It's almost fucking. I hate waiting in this game. This game is a lot of waiting. That's probably the reason why I didn't like this as much as Ocarina, is there's a fucking lot of waiting if you want to play it safe. Or if you do a speed run. But, okay, so here's a little cinematic where it turns midnight on the final day. Boom. There's also another way to get money faster if you can actually perform the glitch. I couldn't. You can walk backwards past the North Gate guard to get to the field outside. Don't stop now! Look at the clock! Ah, you have 5 hours! I'm just gonna let you watch the rest of this because I have absolutely nothing to comment about this, but I actually want to know why that fairy is purple. Like, is there a real reason?